Turns out what just happened was a nightmare. Was that screaming woman a marketing ploy for a skincare ad? Soon, Adong was back home. He didn't spell a word about the dream, but handed Damei the mystery photo of his sister looking like she just came back from a ghost convention. Sure enough, Damei made a new find. A face appeared beside her sister in the photo, a new trend. After a series of bizarre events, Damei wondered if the woman they hit that night was out for revenge. Adong was like, seriously? That's a bit of a stretch. The next day, Damei and Adong hit up the scene to see if the woman had really gone on vacation. But the staff broke the news that a car just bumped into a billboard. Talk about a no casualties were reported, which meant the woman hadn't kicked the bucket. So much for our ghost revenge plot. Smoking mirrors, anyone. If the woman was hit and survived, she'd be half disabled. Why didn't any hospital receive the report? What about the white light in the photo? Adong replied that the group photo had nothing to do with ghosts. It was more like a free game of hide and seek with image. It might be due to overexposed film. At home, Adong developed the photo himself and found an unwilling face in it. Now Adong panicked, gazing at the photo, and thought, when were the face turned to him? Cameras do have spirit. Next second, it returned to normal. He yelled, holy shit. Holy shit. Next day, he took the photo to the shop owner to expose it all. The boss said after seeing it, bad luck, buddy. Do good deeds. Who's giving cult-like advice? Clearly, those photos are proof you've got bad luck ghosts haunting you. Just kidding, he was clowning Adong just for laughs. The boss said, I've got scary photos, then turned to show an album with a group photo and a huge ghost behind, nearly scaring someone. These are just double exposures and focus blur shadows. How easy is it to get freaked out by shadows? Meanwhile, Damei was headed back home after school when he spotted a magazine about supernatural photos. Looks like ghosts are clocking in now. He got lost staring at the magazine cover, while Adong at home was deep in photo developing mode, like he was a photography guardian or something. While working, Damei suddenly stood silently aside. Adong didn't notice in the dim room no hidden cameras. Suddenly, the phone rang outside. Adong went to answer it, only to be met with Damei's voice. Now that's what we call a creepy. If it was Damei and the phone, then who was in the room? Adong was so spooked he was about to revert to being a toddler. But there was no one there. Nothing left but eerie silence and the spooky pics. Adong finally started believing in ghosts. What a plot. Next day, Adong and Damei decided to investigate the supernatural photo magazine. But halfway there, Adong felt a sudden pain in his neck. It was like a phantom camera flash. Since the car accident, his neck's been sore. Now it's worse, a real health crisis. Soon, they arrived at the magazine office, and the staff thought they were reporters. They were all smiles, saying, we're totally legal, no ghostly antics here. As he waved a photo showing a ghostly face, the boss said, these pics are all fake, nothing to worry about. It's not a ghost. Nowadays, everyone adores spooky tales. Love stories are in the dust. Who needs that unexciting stuff? But let's be real, supernatural photos do exist. The boss claimed he had experienced some himself. What kind of ghostly therapy is that? While talking, the boss handed Damei a photo of himself and his son. But there was a ghostly shadow lurking behind them, definitely spooking Damei out. The boss figured this ghost was probably his late mother. Perhaps she just wanted to show some motherly love from beyond. These photos weren't just urban legends, they were more like pleas from the beyond, as if the dead wanted to take you on a ghost date. For what? To return to the sunny world of the living. Sounds a lot like a reunion party, doesn't it? The kicker is that these ghostly images must relate to the ones who spot them. Adong asked the boss, how do we tell real ghost photos from fake ones? The boss replied, use a Polaroid. They print right away, no chance of fakes with those bad boys. What do those ghostly images want? The answer lies within the photo, a mystery book worth cracking. While working, the room's light started flickering. The next second, total darkness fell. It felt like a Halloween party gone wrong. As the lights flashed, a ghostly figure appeared behind Adong, making him feel like he had just dropped a Hollywood thriller. When he turned the lights back on, everything was normal, though the ghostly call was about to come back at any time. For the next few days, Adong's neck was even worse, like someone was throwing a butter knife party on him. He came for a checkup. The nurse, sensing something odd, made him weigh in several times. The doctor concluded Adong was fine, just suffering from the too much drama syndrome from fatigue. The doc prescribed some silly cures, one for drowsiness, another to wake him up like a comedian on stage. The next day, Adong returned to school looking for Damei. He found Damei sitting still in a chair, might as well be opening a treasure chest. Closer look, Damei's bleeding. Be careful. Turning, he seemed from hell, jolting Adong awake. Another nightmare. He rushed to the living room for a drink to calm down, only to find the door ajar. Lo and behold, it was his bro coming over. Yep, the same buddy who shared a meal with Adong at the start of this wonderful film. He explained he was on his last leg and demanded that ghostly picture back ASAP. Adong asked, "What photo? What are you saying?" "Don't fear, I'll call your wife now." But as he reached for the phone, his buddy seemed to see something crazy and looked terrified. But when Adong turned to look, proof friendship was out the window. What was this ghostly picture his buddy mentioned? Let's keep watching and dive deeper. Damei's back home for further investigation. Meanwhile, Adong was rummaging through some books. Damei took another look at the sisters' group photo, thinking maybe those ghostly figures just can't get ghosted. So, full of doubts, Damei took a Polaroid and ran to the classroom, snapped a photo, finding nothing odd.